artists together on seclosounds.org.
Good afternoon. We're back. This is Transitions. I'm Dave Stimson, and you're listening to Seclo Sounds Community Radio for Milton Keynes. With me today in the studio, we have Claire Wildman and Terry Collins returning yet again. Say hello, Terry. Your mic's on.
Hi, everybody.
Today, we're going to be looking at social media and the impact that it's having on the world that we live in today. And that's going to include things like how do you find a job using social media? How do you use it as a tool instead of just the way we use it currently? You know, it started off as one thing, and I think social media has become something quite impressive. So while I let Claire get in her seat and put her headphones on, let's have a listen to this. Can't get this one out of my head. There we go. Welcome back to Seclo Sounds. I'm Dave Stimson. This is Transitions. With me today is Terry Collins. Oh, Mike Phil.
Hi, David.
Hi, Terry. And we also have Claire Wildman now with us, who rushed in literally at the last minute. I'm not saying, she cut it fine, but cutting it fine is...
She cut it fine.
She cut it very fine. In addition, today, we are also live on Periscope. To find us, if you look for at Transition Sound, we are there. We are hopefully going to stay live throughout the entire show, but that's yet to be seen. Right, social media, guys. Terry.
Yes.
What's your platform of choice?
All of them. As many as I can get on. I think, in any business, you have to be aware of what's out there and use it to your best advantage. I don't use things like Snapchat, Periscope, because I didn't know about Periscope.
Mm-hmm.
But I use Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Delicious, Stumble Upon, Tumblr. I don't like Reddit, and I don't know where it goes anyway, so I don't use that. But generally, most of them. Google Plus, of course, which is a very good one.
It is, but it's a bit slow on the uptake still, isn't it, Google Plus?
Yes,
I think it's going to become something good, but at the moment...
I think it will be a lot bigger, but it's building, and it's building quick, if Google don't get rid of it.
Claire, your chosen platform.
Preference Facebook, because that's where my people are.
Yeah.
But also Twitter. Presence on LinkedIn, Google+. But find that to use it properly, it's best to focus on one and then do bits on the others.
Yeah. Terry mentioned an interesting point there a minute ago. Sorry, I'm just playing with Periscope. Terry mentioned an interesting point regarding some of the other platforms that you use, Terry. Now, things like Hootsuite, etc. I mean, are they a platform in their own right? They're a portal, aren't they, rather than a platform?
They're a portal, yeah, for all the others, basically. It's very good, Hootsuite, but I don't use it. I don't use the pro version. I don't use the other one really either. But it is.
It's quite loud in here today, isn't it?
It's quite well. I think it's all right, but as you said, you can't use everything.
Not everything all the time.
No.
I mean, a couple of years ago, 75% of my business came directly from Twitter. The way I view it is quite simple. I view Twitter. We'll talk about the two most established ones. Again, if you want to come and watch us in the studio, we are live on Periscope. Probably best if you listen to us and watch us at the same time. How about that? We are live at Transition Sound. So we're trying that one again this week to see how it goes. I'll give you a little view. There we go. For anybody that is watching us on Periscope. And there's Claire.
They're now feeling dizzy.
There we go. And there's Terry.
Hello.
And this is the studio. There we are. See? So we are here. We are live. Now, I see that there are various different platforms. Now, the way I see it and the way I explain it to some of the students that I come across is if you take Facebook as a shop window and you use it to display your wares and to sell your product via that top shop window, that's great and it works fantastically. Whereas Twitter, I think, is much more like door-to-door selling. Would you agree, Claire? Yeah.
I hadn't thought about it like that, but yeah, it is really. Twitter, you have to be there in the moment, very much so. Whereas with Facebook, you drop in any time that suits you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Terry, do you agree?
Yeah. I mean, Twitter is a funny one, I think, because I mean, I used to have programs they're banned now because since Twitter changed, it's called TweetAd.
Yeah.
And I used to be able to put all my tweets in one place, up to 120, 130 tweets.
Yeah.
And that would do them every few 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But I really found that was not really the way to do it. As Claire just said, I think you've got to be there at the time, do them, and see there any responses you get, and perhaps update it. Because doing it that way is it's cheating, I suppose, in some way. They do allow it. There is a program now, funny enough, called Tweet84, but I don't use it anymore.
Well, Twitter's real time, isn't it? You know,
it is really.
You've got to use it real. In my opinion, the strength within Twitter is that you use it real time. In addition to using it more of a tool, I think if you go onto Yahoo, for example, and you search, I don't know, restaurants in Portsmouth on Yahoo, what it will return is or Google or Bing or any of the others around there, it will return the 10 most popular sponsored ads. So the ones people go to the website, but these could be managed globally. You know, somebody could be managing these accounts. With Twitter in particular, you can, you go on Twitter and you put a tweet and go, I'm in Southampton, where's the best restaurant to eat? And what you'll get is people from Southampton coming back to you and saying, oh, actually, the best restaurant is here and the best restaurant is there. So it's a much more personal thing. Do we think that going forward, that's another one of the phrases that I really don't like, that and journey. So please do tweet in and email in. You can tweet us on @SetCloseSound using the hashtag transition, or you can currently tweet me on @TransitionSound. And both of those things will get through to the studio at some point. I think going forward, again, I did it again. We're going to be using social media in a much bigger way. Now, I know I can find work as a consultant through Twitter. I know you both have found work, again, through social media. Do we think, coming up to school leavers, this show is transition, it is based around, moving from A to B and growing your life. Do we think as we go forward that we're going to be maybe advertising posts on Facebook? Has anybody ever seen a job advertised on? I know, Claire, you actually post local jobs within Milton Keynes that appear. You do, don't you?
Anything that I've seen, either on Facebook itself or out and about, I just take a picture with my phone and pop it on my page, because it's a great way for people to see jobs they wouldn't otherwise see.
Do you know if anybody's actually applied for one? Have you had any? There's been no follow-up?
No. I keep merrily putting them out there.
Okay, Milton Keynes, here's a challenge for you now. Get onto Twitter. If you have received even somebody applying via Claire's post on Facebook, we want to know. Quite how we're going to know, I'm not sure, but we do want to know. It's a changing world, isn't it? I've forgotten you do that. It's Terry, have you seen jobs advertised?
Yes, I have. Yes. I mean, if you look, not necessarily jobs, but the work from home and all these multi-level marketing, they're all going through Twitter now. Twitter and Facebook. They're all putting on there all these wonderful things that you can earn thousands of pounds with. And, it's people do reply to them. I know that for a fact, because I have put something up there and I have had a reply.
Yeah.
But I don't like putting them sort of things up there, really, because I don't think it's the platform for it. Although there's groups, like there's plenty of groups out there that do like marketing, MLM and all that. You can join them groups and, you can Facebook them out.
So what is it there for, in your opinion? What do you use it for?
To be honest, I mean, it is good for business, but if anybody asks me like you just have, it's a way of keeping in touch with my family, because I don't live anywhere near my family. I come from Dagenham originally, and they're all still down that way. I've got relations in Blackpool. I've got friends and relations in Dubai, in Thailand, and for me, it's a way of keeping in touch with them. I mean, one of my cousins has had a baby, and I've never seen it, but I've seen it on Facebook, and I've grown up with that baby on Facebook.
I think Facebook is wonderful for that.
I feel as though I know him, even though I've never met him.
Yeah. I mean, it does get a bad press sometimes, Facebook. I'm thinking...
Yeah, but I think it's like everything else. It's the idiots that go on there and start causing trouble, which... I
think that, we all know that social media tends to get a slightly bad rap from, shall we say, morning television circuit. And I think
Jeremy.
we all know who.
Jeremy.
And I think we all know exactly where we're going with that one. Before we end up with a lawsuit on our hands, Terry. But